Under my own name, the air felt different, heavier at first, then clean. The week after Nana's funeral, I moved my desk to the window and took down the last of the government contract plaques I'd bought as camouflage. Cascade Ridge Holdings dissolved into paper. My attorney drafted a statement for the board of my new venture fund, this time not hidden behind shell signatures. Visibility, I decided, was only dangerous when you were still asking permission to exist. The family group chat stayed silent for 3 days after that emergency dinner. Then it lit up, not with apologies, but with logistics. Who would host Easter? Who was bringing wine? As if $95 million and a lifetime of mischaracterization were just an awkward spill someone had wiped from the table. Camille didn't text. Instead, she showed up again 2 months later, this time at my office. No pounding, no frayed voice, just a knock on the glass door and a folder clutched to her chest like armor. My assistant looked at me through the pane. I nodded. Camille stepped inside and glanced around at the open floor. The engineers in quiet clusters, the absence of pretense, no neon slogans, no staged productivity, just work. You're not hiding anymore, she said. No. She placed a folder on my desk. Bankruptcy filings, personal guarantees she'd signed without reading the fine print, vendor notes, the wreckage laid flat. I failed them, she said again, but softer. I know. A long pause. Not hostile, not warm, just real. Why didn't you tell us? She asked. About any of it. Because you liked me small, I almost said. Because invisibility was safer than rivalry. Because every time I succeeded publicly, you rewrote it as theft. Instead, I said, because every time I spoke, you turned it into a character flaw. She flinched. I needed to see who you were without my money, I continued, and I needed to see who I was without your approval. Silence settled between us, not the suffocating kind from Sunday dinner, but something closer to reckoning. You could have destroyed me, she said. I didn't, I replied. I protected your employees. I gave you 30 days instead of 0. That's the last time I'll cushion the fall. Her jaw tightened, pride warring with comprehension. I don't know who I am without the story, she admitted finally. That's not my job to fix. She nodded once, a small, almost respectful gesture. Then she gathered the folder. At the door, she paused. For what it's worth, she said, not turning around. You were never the taker. It wasn't an apology, but it wasn't the old script either. When she left, I didn't feel triumph. I felt space. Later that evening, I drove past my parents' house, not to go in, just to look. The brick still cracked near the steps. The porch light flickered. From the road, it still looked prettier than it felt. I didn't park. At the next board meeting, I introduced myself without the camouflage. Hannah Reeves, I said. Founder. No one laughed. No one compared. No one rewrote. Months passed. Invitations shifted tone. My father's voice on the phone careful now. My mother's text shorter, less instructive. They were recalibrating, learning that access to me was no longer bundled with capital. When the next holiday came, I hosted, not 23 faces, just 6 people who knew the whole story and didn't weaponize it. The table was smaller, the conversation uneven and honest. No speeches about generosity, no performative blessings. At one point, an investor friend asked, "Do you regret pulling out?" I thought about Camille's face when the truth landed, about Nana's quiet room in the facility, about the way humiliation calcifies if you keep paying for it. No, I said. I regret waiting so long to stop. That night, after everyone left, I washed the dishes slowly. The house hummed. My name was on the deed, on the fund, on the checks, on the door. Love measured in actions. I'd heard Camille say it at the funeral, voice steady, eyes shining. She was right. I just finally made sure the actions included myself.